Hi guys, welcome to a new vlog. I'm sitting at the very place where I ended my last vlog, which if you have not checked, I will link it down below in the description. I've been trying to do weekly reading vlogs discussing my reading, and this time I have quickly picked up another book, which is 100 Absolutely Unbreakable Laws of Business Success by Brian Tracy. So I was listening to this last book, The Hidden Psychology of Social Networks, which I have discussed in my last reading vlog, and after that, only thing I was thinking actually while I was listening to this book was that, I know this one author I really enjoy listening to, and he has a lot of content available on Storytel at least that I could listen to, and I would not have to pay even a penny for that because I have a yearly subscription. So why am I just trying to find other books and not just listening to Brian Tracy books? I mean, like, why not finish the works of this author first? On that thought, I started listening to this book and I'm already 35 minutes done with it. It is Thursday and I have been trying to read a little bit, trying my best, okay? Just a few chunks of books here and there, that is what I'm trying to do. No major progress yet. I have 3 days to make some good progress on finishing at least one book, because that's the goal of every single reading vlog. But here's the thing, if I actually want to complete my Goodreads reading challenge, I must be reading 2 to 3 books per week, finishing 2 to 3 books per week. At this moment of time with my current work schedule, that is impossible, but let's see. Maybe I'll magically have some more time in the end of the year and I'll be able to finish a bunch of books. This reading vlog needs to be saved because normally I end my reading vlogs on Saturday, but I was working on Saturday and I did not have a single minute to read or work on my reading vlog and my reading. But let me show you what is the progress that I have made. This is Bird Box. 23 minutes done with it, 1.25x listening speed. Okay, now this is unfortunate because 100 Unbreakable Laws of Success by Brian Tracy, I had started listening to it and I am at like 15th law, but now that I shifted to Bird Box and now coming back to this, I had hoped it will play from this place I was at. Ideally, it should have happened that way, but it didn't. So I'll have to find my place in the book. I believe I've listened to it for 1 to 2 hours. No idea now. Another heartbreak. I have read 17% of Bhagavad Gita, the Dog Stars, which I'm at the same place I was at 2 weeks ago. And that is going to be my priority today because, I'm just like losing touch with the book. I have to read it now or I'll never finish it. So let's try that. About 100 pages done, and this is something that I'm having to read slowly because, that's the kind of book it is. You do not want to read it that fast, at least according to me. 118 pages in, and probably the first time I have laughed in this book. This is set in a post-apocalyptic time, so it's not that funny or nice that way. It is more gloomy and sad. And this one person, Hig, who is the narrator in the book, he is actually like this softy person. He tries not to kill anybody, but obviously he has to kill people just to survive. And there is this incident which happens with him while he is out, and he comes back, and the other guy, he's named Bangley, and he's kind of this like ferocious guy who has this will to survive and all of that stuff. And Bangley just recounts this whole incident of how he just gave chances over chances to other people to kill them, okay? And I read the whole incident while Hig was narrating it, and then I read what Bangley perceived that incident to be, how he described that incident, and it was so funny. About 140 pages done. I should be finishing this. First problem is trying to find the book because I have no idea where I have even kept the book. I also have all of these books taken out that I'm planning to put up on the website for sale, but again, no time to do this. And here's the Dog Stars. As I had expected, my Sunday was also a day when I was working. It is all fun. It's not like I was working, I'm sad or anything. I love my work, so I was actually enjoying it a lot, but that also meant I couldn't read much. I have been able to read about like 20-30 more pages. I am on page 170 of the Dog Stars, and I finally have decided that for this vlog we are going to finish this, okay? We are going to make it happen, so let's do it. Monday morning, and Sunday was almost a good reading day. I have to say this Monday was one of the most unproductive Mondays I have had in years. So that felt really bad, but at the same time, I could actually read a lot today. I had to go to a bank, and obviously, when you're going to a bank, there's a lot of waiting time. So I was reading Bhagavad Gita, and at home as well in the morning, I read a few pages of the Dog Stars, and I listened a lot yesterday, but that does not count, I know. At this time, my problem is not that I'm unable to finish a book or something. My problem is that I don't feel like finishing a book. I just feel like I want to read something else, and I'm reading all of this. There used to be a time when I would just follow like a list. I mean, I would show you what are the books I want to read, and there would be like a lot of paid projects, and I would just go at them one by one. But nowadays, I'm just looking for, you know, the good book all the time, which is why I feel like I'm missing out on the actual good books. Tuesday morning, and I was actually reading Bhagavad Gita for a while, but then I was like, this is the one I'm most likely to finish as soon as possible, so to get this vlog up. So I am just working through this book. This one actually happens to be an award-winning book, and it does has a very atmospheric feel to it, but that also means it's kind of slow, it's kind of a little bit gloomy. There's a dog, and you know what happens to dogs in a book or in a movie most of the time. Yeah, I really hope it's not a spoiler. This is not a spoiler. Do not blame me about this, okay? This is like an obvious statement. If you think it's a spoiler, just let me know in the comments down below. I will keep in mind not to tell the obvious things later on in next vlogs, but yeah. And I'm going to get back to reading because the next vlog is going to be super exciting, because in the next vlog I am planning to read a book series, and I am pretty sure all of you are going to enjoy those vlogs. So yeah, that is why I want to get done with it. The rest of the books, I'm not worried about them because I'll keep reading them on the side, but I really want to get started with the next vlog, which is going to be very interesting. So yeah, let's do this. Talk about a really hopeful brain. I was just thinking I'm left with only 45 pages of the book, and then I'll have my reading vlog for you guys. But nope, that's not happening, because turns out the book is of 394 pages. I'm on 255 page. Read about like 30-40 pages today itself. I don't know, maybe I can do this. I am waiting on a few things for work, so while I'm waiting I can actually read the book, right? Anyhow, I prepped myself on Saturday for a very stressful week. I knew I had a lot of work to be done, a lot of setup that I need to do for a client, and then I did not get the access where I need to do the setup since Saturday. So Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and now is Tuesday, and I still do not have the access, which is why my work is stuck. So all I can do is sit and stress about it. But if I don't want to do that, then I can just read and not stress about it, and then stress about it as the thing comes to me, as I get the access and I work on it. So yeah, that's my game for today. Page 275, and honestly the vibe. So this book is all about this fever taking out like almost the entire world, and just a few people are left, and they are trying to survive, and it is very hard to survive. So Hick and Bangley and his dog, and there the story starts, and it just talks of like how we make plans and plans of things, and in a moment they were all taken away from these people, and how those broken dreams are now a part of their life, this life where there's nothing left, and they're just trying to survive for God knows what, right? Very touching, especially reading this after a pandemic, and just thinking and connecting those dots on how the lives have changed after the pandemic, and how the whole pandemic has impacted each of us. A few of us had it really bad, people got sick, and a few even lost their loved ones, but it's not like that only those are the people who have lost. Each of us has lost a lot in some way because of the pandemic, and this book just helps you connect with that. It's sad, but it's also reassuring, because Now you can see these characters going through the same thing, and you feel like you can connect. You can in a, in a way it feels like these people understand how it feels, and it's not only you. The feelings that you have had in your heart, it's not only you, and the characters of this book also have those feelings. Does this sound weird? Because most of the times we read these inanimate characters and we kind of relate to them as you know alive people, but this time it's the opposite happening with me. Is it weird, or does it happen with you too? Comment down below. I did think that I would be reading a bit more than this, but in the very morning I read a bit, and then I got to work, and then there's never any coming back from that. Okay, so it's almost midnight, and I am going to read. I should be working, but I'm just like, okay, no, not right now. I will stress about my work, think about it, get it done tomorrow. Now I'm just gonna read a bit. I am also watching Haley in Bookland and her vlog. I might be very busy and stressed about my work, but I did find out time to watch 3 reading vlogs today. This honestly just proves my point that you're never really busy, busy for something that you really want to do. Like, I can, if I want to watch a reading vlog, I am finding time for it, right? But mainly I think I'm watching these reading vlogs. They inspire me a lot. I love to watch reading vlogs, but at the same time I'm thinking maybe I'll be able to pick up something, a segment or something that makes their vlogs interesting, that I can also incorporate. So far I don't know, but yeah, if you have any ideas, comment down below, because these vlogs are for your entertainment, for your inspiration, or whatever value you find from these vlogs. So just comment down below and let me know what you think could make these more valuable to you. I stayed up till 2 a.m. yesterday and finally finished reading The Dog Star by Peter Heller. Okay, it was tough to get into this book because the beginning of the book is very atmospheric. He's always talking about like things he's reminiscing about and all of that stuff. And I found it hard to imagine all of it. I felt that disconnect. Maybe the terrain was not familiar with me or some other reason. So that was a tough patch for me. But as you continue reading the book, there are things that happen, and then you start feeling connected. I mean, like, there's this point, right, where I laughed a lot in the book, and since then my perspective and my whole vibe that I got from the book, that changed. I must have watched almost all the good apocalyptic movies, okay? And the latest one, I think that is Moonlight, only that is the one that is pending. But yes, I watch a lot of apocalyptic stuff. I am into apocalyptic stories. But this one I feel is a little different because it is set 9 years after the sort of pandemic, flu, and the disease has happened, and the world has sort of like ended. But then you would say World War Z, Bird Box, A Quiet Place, all of these movies are also like that. But this is different because this is not really about finding that safe haven and finding that a place where you will be able to survive. This is where the characters and the cast of the book has settled in. There is no safe haven in this book. There is no, like, I have to find people somewhere. There is nothing like that. It is just you surviving, and I feel like that was a very different vibe of the book. And yes, it was just really heart touching, and really mesmerizing as well, to just imagine the whole story of the book, and then you really fall in love with the characters. Hig, Bangley as well. Bangley is one character he always describes as, he doesn't like him very much, and a very tough character, but ultimately you really like him and you really care about him as well. And then there are more characters, more things that happen in the book. That is all really good. But yes, there is a very small cast in the book, because most of the people are really dead. There are just a few people he knows and describes, and maybe a few people come and they kill them and all of that, whatever they do to survive. Only that is there. So it's a very lonely novel in that sense. But yes, I really liked reading it. I would not recommend it to people below 18 years old, but yes, if you are 18 plus, do check it out. The language is something that you need to get into from the very beginning, so it's not very easy language, but it's not very tough as well. Just the imagination part is a little tough, but I think you can get over it. One of the biggest reasons I am happy about finishing this book is that this was in my first ever book haul. That was back in 2015. And I haven't picked up this book since then. So many years have passed, but finally I picked it up, finished it. So it's a huge accomplishment for me, and I really hope you will also see it. And sort of like feel the happiness that I feel right now because I finished this book, ended up liking it as well. I would give it 4 out of 5 stars. And yes, if you're watching me for the first time, please subscribe to the channel. And if you are already a viewer, thank you so much for watching this vlog. Do not forget to hit a thumbs up and comment down below with one book, okay, one book that you have had for a long time and you would like to tackle, just like I tackled the dog stars in this vlog. Just let me know of the name of that book in the comments down below. And thank you so much for watching. This is Malvi signing off. I'll be back with another vlog very soon.